And I want to actually introduce the next speaker. Is PR Sundar Babu, who is Head Digital Engineering Department, Larsen and Toubro. He is known as PRS and in company, and he has about 20 years of experience in L&T alone. He has overseen large construction projects. He has lived the transformation from manual drafting to digitization at L&T. And he's helping the company with the change and shift to the next world of BIM, right? And it's my pleasure to invite you, Mr. PRS. And I'm going to invite Theo Agilopoulos, who is our Director, Infrastructure Strategy and Marketing, to have a little conversation as to what L&T is doing for this delivery of next generation infrastructure projects in India. Please.
All right, so while his mic is coming on, we have a little bet here. I told Nicholas that we could get him over 800 Twitter users today. So if anybody in the crowd has a Twitter account and they don't follow N Mangon, I ask you to follow him. That'll be a key achievement for AU India. So anyway, so this is my first AU India, which is, I've been really impressed. I must say, I look forward to coming back next year.
Yeah.
But I'd love to get your impressions from what you've seen so far today.
Yeah, so much of energy in the air. What about infinite computation, the power of the cloud, and machine learning? The one thought that came to my mind is next time we have event here, we'll probably have a robo there asking me questions. And I'll have to be very careful about what I answered because the robo will analyze my answers in 10,000 different ways, turn around to me and say, hey, you could probably do a little better. So that's what it is.
That's good, that's good. So, obviously you've been with L&T now for over 30 years, from what I understand.
20 years is an understatement.
Okay, yeah, I know, 30, I said 30. But I know you've been on this journey, right? So could you give us kind of a little background on the journey you've been on through this whole digitization process?
Yeah. Basically, L&T has been a front runner in adapting new technologies, be it precast construction, modular construction, industrialized formwork system, mechanization, and so on and so forth. And through the years, we have developed these technologies. We've been adapting that, one of the first people to adapt in the country. But looking at it and looking at the scenario today, it looks like that's all not enough. Now we have a different revolution on hand, and it's inevitable that we'll have to adopt that very quickly. It's not just a buzzword, it's become imperative. So there is a new initiative that we are driving in the company, a digitalization. So we have a big fleet of equipment. We are having gateways fixed so that we get data and do the data analytics. We're having RFID tags on workmen so that we can trace their productivity. We are having AR, VR. We are doing drone-based survey and many other things, most of which Autodesk is in. And to specifically talk about BIM, BIM is a very important tool. Nicholas has underlined that in a very big way. And we want to move very fast. And over the next 3 years, we hope to be at 5D level BIM throughout the company, fully matured. And my colleague type of journey we are trying to go through. And my colleagues will come and demonstrate some of the things that we do.
That's great. So now I also understand as a kind of function of this digitization that you've been going through, a big focus going forward is how you internationalize your business.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about, what that looks like.
Yeah. The big game changer is going to be the digital front. So if we lag behind, there'll be others who will be able to come into the country. And irrespective of whether they're familiar with the terrain or things like that, they'll be using digitalized construction and be able to beat us. So in that context, we want to adopt what is happening elsewhere. So since morning, I've been seeing a lot of things that is happening. Those things are all happening very soon. So it's very important that we adapt that. We have a bit of international presence as well. So wherever we go, one game changer and the differentiator is going to be this. So in my perspective, we'll have to adopt those things very fast and be there at that level.
Excellent. So I just wanted to thank you for coming on stage and sharing your story.
Thank you.
And obviously, thank you for being a loyal customer, and we look forward to supporting you for the future.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
For coming over.
For me?
No, for PRS. Sorry for that typo error, but thank you so much for coming. Thank you.